Hey guys, me again, welcome back. And today we are gonna do a 1 month later review on the Cloudstratus. So as you have maybe seen in my last couple videos for the Cloudstratus, I said I was gonna wear these for a month straight. And I pretty much did. There were only 2 days out of the last 35 days where I did not wear these. One of them was for a 5K trail race, and I wore my Cloud Venture for those because those are trail shoes. These obviously are not built for trails. Then there was another day where I went to work and I did not have my Cloudstratus with me. I just forgot. So I ended up wearing the Cloud Swift. So I brought those along too. And they're gonna come back in here in a second, or in a little bit, and I'll explain why. But the focus is on these guys. So when I wore these shoes, the cushioning is there, but as I stated in my first review, I was noticing these creases or these cracks that were popping up on the inside. And you'll see it on this side of the shoe and on this side. Now, the more I would walk and run in them, I would notice that you see that this is the inside of the shoe. That right here, it was starting to compress, and I didn't think that was right. In fact, when I went back to my initial impressions video, this one in particular looked like it was a lot further down. Kind of like how the first couple of layers look like they're almost normal, but these look like they're compressing. But when you flip it to the outside of the shoe, they look mostly normal, but you can see some compression is starting to happen. You can see that the creases are going in there. So it's kind of like my eyelids. It's just showing its age with the wrinkles right around here and here. Now, I don't know if that's because of the Helion superfoam that they injected in here. I thought that it was going to be like in the midsole area, but I think they've got it down in the outsole. So that might be an issue. But I reached out to I think a week, or the same week that I did the initial review on these, and said, hey, are these creases normal? And they replied back, said that might be cosmetic, but just got an email from them saying that the designers would like to take a look at these shoes further. So they want me to send these back to them, and I will do that. So hopefully what I've got is just a design flaw that's just with these shoes, or with my particular pair, not with the Cloudstratus in general. So I'll let them figure that out. But I ran several races with them. I walked with these every day at work, and I work in a 7-story building, which I do go up and down the stairs a couple times a day. And I will say these are very comfortable. As I said in the initial review, the upper is very breathable. I can still see light coming in through here. In fact, I can see the table when I look through the mesh right here. One of the issues I did have, and this is something that I need to fix myself, is about 2 weeks in, I guess because I was wearing thinner socks than normal, my feet were sliding just a little bit. But that can easily be fixed by introducing a heel lock. So what I'll have to do is just make a loop here and just create a heel lock for my shoes to tighten them down. When I did do my 5K races, the speed board felt like, initially it felt really good. And it felt like I was getting more spring in my step. In fact, I can feel the resistance and the force whenever I do this with the shoe. So I know that's working. I did keep good traction on this. I think the Cloud Swift is better when it comes to wet surfaces, because you notice that the grips are all going in the same direction, whereas with the Cloud Swift it's going in 2 different directions. But with the harder rubber on the outside here, it does help. I don't think I was pronating as much, and I attribute that to the asymmetric design in the back. So these harder areas were keeping my ankles and my heels more stable, so to say. And now that I'm looking at this, I should bring this up now. So if you haven't seen, Chris Ford, aka 40 Runs, did a video talking about his Cloud shoes, and he was talking specifically about his Cloud Swift, where there was a design flaw up here where a hole was forming, and you can see that a hole has formed on both of these shoes, and that is pretty unusual because, yeah, I have the Cloud Swift and they have those holes too, but it's like it's just this year's models of shoes that are doing that. My Cloud Ventures don't have that. My On Cloud doesn't have it. My Cloud Flyer never developed those holes. And I think the Cloud Edge that I bought, the limited edition shoes from what, 18 months ago, those have it, but that's because I was wearing them every day. And it didn't wear out a hole like this, it just wore it out. But they're still comfortable, so I'm gonna keep wearing them. I wore these shoes with and without socks, so I don't know if the fabric is rubbing up against my skin or if it doesn't like the socks I'm wearing, but that is definitely something to consider if you're looking into the Cloud shoes. I don't think this affects my walking and running capability much, but behind this thin layer is still a nice soft layer. But yeah, this is definitely something to watch out for, especially when you spend over $100 or 100 pounds or 100 euros. If you're spending over 100 in your currency on shoes, you definitely want to make sure that the fabric and the material is going to stay, because that is, other than that and the creases, the shoe did good for me. I'm still amazed that I was able to get as much cushioning on these because it looks like they're collapsing. And again, I think I've got an anomaly in this particular pair, and hopefully the designers can figure out what was going on with that. So I'm pretty much just waiting to see what they want me to do next, like how they want me to ship these to them. I'm trying to think what the other stuff was with these. The star pattern was definitely something I like. I was a big fan of these with the Cloud Flyer, so this I could feel gripping my feet and keeping the front together, keeping it nice and tight, but I was just sliding around in the back. And I know that the insoles have this piece right here, this ribbed thing to help your feet feel where they are at all times and know where they should be. But if you don't have your feet down tight in these shoes, I don't know how good that's gonna go. I can't speak right now. I don't know how good that's gonna go for the shoes, but I do like the ribbing in there. Again, if you're an avid fan of On like I am, you'll wanna keep your eye out on their shoes, but I do caution buying some of the models for this year, just because between my Cloudstratus and my Cloud Swift shoes, developing the holes right in the heel area, and I'm trying to find the one in particular where there's a big hole in the bottom. I don't know if you can see this. That's just something that the designers are going to have to figure out what's going on there, because that is a pretty big hole. And these shoes, I think I bought back in March, so they're 4 months old, and I haven't worn them much this last month because of these guys. All right, if you have the Cloudstratus, or if you have any other questions about Cloud shoes or On shoes, go ahead, let me know down below. If you like what I do, go ahead, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys.